I'll be explaining what is going on in Yemen in 2 minutes, but be aware 2 minutes isn't enough time to really understand what's going on in the civil war. This could certainly be a primer for understanding the situation in Yemen, but this is not a replacement for any lessons or in-depth videos on the subject. If you're interested in this further, I'll leave some links in the description. The war in Yemen has killed 10,000 people and has more than 40,000 casualties. 8 million people are on the verge of famine, and about 80% of the country's population under the age of 18 face the threat of food shortages, disease, displacement, and more. Out of Yemen's population of 28 million, 22 million are in need of humanitarian assistance. That's 78% of the country's population. You may be familiar with Sunnis and Shiites as different sects of Islam. It's impossible to go in-depth due to time restrictions, but think of it like Catholics to Protestants, or more accurately, like the East versus West split in the Great Schism. Shia is the majority sect of Islam in Iran and Iraq, and is tied with Sunni in Lebanon, where Sunni is the majority in Turkey, Syria, Saudi Arabia, and Yemen, with a noticeable minority of Shiites in Yemen. Iran and Saudi Arabia are in a Cold War, fighting indirect battles with proxy wars, and Yemen is one of the countries affected. Pro-Shia Houthi rebels arose in 2004 when the president accused the Shiites of trying to overthrow the government. Ever since then, the fighting has been off and on. Noticeably in 2011, the Arab Spring occurred, which forced President Saleh to resign. President Hadi took over, which sparked more controversy and resulted in massive economic and social problems in the country, with loyalists to Saleh joining the Houthis and those loyal to the new government aiding Hadi. Saudi Arabia has set up a coalition as a response to what it sees as essentially Iranian control on its southern border. Its members are United Arab Emirates, Bahrain, Kuwait, Egypt, Morocco, Jordan, Senegal, and Sudan. Their combined forces have not yet been able to stop the Houthis. Noticeably, the US and UK, among other countries, aid the government of Yemen in fighting the Houthi rebels. Iran, on the other hand, denies helping the rebels, but the US claims it has intercepted arms shipments to the Houthis. The Houthi rebels managed to take the capital of Yemen, Sana'a, in 2014, and the Yemenese government relocated their capital to Aden. So while most of the fighting was usually in the north, the Houthis have fought a great deal into the country. As of recording this, there is no end to the war in sight.